Can you guys hear okay? Hear my mic okay?
Yeah, we hear you okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
I can hear you.
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah, good. Sound good.
Okay. So
You look good too.
I think
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 49. Can you believe it?
People want to be real. I mean, you saw the guy, where was he from? Wyoming or whatever, high country guy that totally played up the high fence bull. I mean, people are on it. Social media, you can't hide stuff no more. They want the real deal.
Get crap done or go home.
Get crap done or get off the mountain or whatever, right? Have you even looked at this? Kevin's not a social media guy.
Oh,
okay,
I know.
that's the difference. Flat bill, curve bill, okay? It's too hard for me to put myself out there that much. Like even this right here, right? This is the most I've probably ever done, right? So this is too much for me.
I have that effect on people, John.
Right. Yeah.
Why, yes, Brian, it is true.
That sounds terrible.
The days of our lives.
Hello, alright, you're listening to the Gritty Bowman, home of gritty bow hunting films, interviews, tall tales, and a wee bit of manly boasting.
I'm South Cox, and you're listening to The Gritty Bowman.
Hey, this is Corey Jacobson, and you're listening to The Gritty Bowman.
We bone and raised outdoors, and you've been listening to The Gritty Bowman.
There you go.
I'm Casey.
And I'm Jordan.
And you're watching
The Gritty Bowman.
All right, folks, welcome to the Gritty Bowman podcast. I'm here with my uncle, Kevin Call, and his partner, John Adams, of High Point Outfitters in Arizona. Right?
Good to be with you, Brad. Yeah, man.
How's it going,
It's
man?
funny because we got the older partner and the younger partner, one with the curved bill, one with the flat brim.
Check that.
Dude, the debate is there. I mean, John, do you tuck your ears in under your brim, or do you just?
No, sir. No, sir. And I take my sticker off the top bill as well. So
Okay.
yeah.
You make it.
I wear a curved hat too,
You do both.
and I have a cowboy hat too.
Okay.
It's just whatever I.
And he's
whatever
actually
I
got
grab.
cowboy boots on tonight, so yeah, he's got it all.
Well, that sort of, that mans it up a lot. Really does.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
I'm wearing my HPO hat as well, which
nice one.
I thought it was a flat brim when I pulled it out of the box. I was telling you, Uncle Kevin, I was like,
Just gotta curve it.
I can't be wearing this. It's a flat brim. And you're like, I sent you a flex fit. So I went back and you were right. This hat's nice.
At least you're not wearing your hat like this, like
Snyder.
Snyder does, and you can't even see his eyes.
Dude, like, it's all about covering the eyebrows. In fact, it's funny.
Where did you find that guy? Anyway, he's fun. I like it.
Well, not only with Aaron, but my brother Brent.
Yeah.
We were at the ATA show this last weekend, and Brent, so we call him B Rant now. He was wearing a flat brim, or he was wearing his hat backwards like Snyder does. Put it on backwards.
Yeah.
Well, it was weird because it touched his eyes like this, and he couldn't open his eyes. And I was like, well, how come that same thing doesn't happen to Aaron? And I took a look at his head, and he's got this Cro-Magnon like caveman head with his eyeballs are way under that giant forehead, and they tuck back, so he can do that, and he can totally his eyes are free and clear of the hat.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Just cracks me up when he's wearing his hat like that.
Yeah, people with flat brims can't hunt. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. But you've killed some things.
Yeah.
No, his wife is who kills things. So let's face it. Yeah, his wife kills things.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this year, I want to get into that story. And today, for folks that are listening, we're going to talk about Arizona, hunting in Arizona. We're going to recap the High Point Outfitters season this year. We're going to talk about the Arizona regs, what's going on for this next year. Maybe get into some options, application strategies, some things to look into if you're wanting to elk hunt or deer hunt or hunt javelina or whatever, and we're gonna go knock it all out. So first, let's get into some highlights. What are the big highlights of your season this year?
You know, we were just we were truly blessed. High Point Outfitters were truly blessed. We had a fantastic year. We had the most hunters we've ever had.
Yeah.
We had a phenomenal season. Killed the best antelope we've ever killed. Biggest mule deer we've ever killed. We just had a phenomenal year. We've got some great guides that help us, and really kudos goes out to all of our team. I mean, our HBO team is, really produced this year. We had a great year. What do you think?
Absolutely.
John?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what was it that made it the difference this year?
We certainly had good moisture. We had good moisture year. Antler growth was fantastic. We expect this year to be the same, and we got a bunch of snow on the ground right now, and should be a good antler growth this year. It's early. It's middle of January, so it's, we still got some time to go, but looks like it's good. But last year was phenomenal. Last year was great antler growth. Our guys just busted it. Put a pile of trail cameras out and busted their tail. What do you think? I mean, did a pile of scouting.
Yeah, a lot of scouting and great clients that could actually shoot. Last year we probably could have done the year prior we could have probably had just as good a season, but the misses are. And I want to put out a blooper video, but I'm kind of, you don't want to hurt clients' feelings to know that they made the blooper reel, right? You don't want to do that,
right? That's why if you're the Gritty Bowman, you can just out your cousin and the whole bit, like all.
See, this is a business, so you can't, like, we try to get all of our hunts on film, and then you put it out and you got to edit out, the blooper reels, like the miss shots or, turning the turret all the way up and they don't turn it back down whenever they got it,
Yeah.
It gets fun.
The HPO videos, like, you guys are king of, like, takedowns, shots on film. I mean, like, right. You can see a lot of shots on film with you two. I want to see a little more of the behind the scenes, like how the sausage is made kind of stuff.
So we talked about that this year, and and you hit on it before we started recording about being real, right? Like, I think that's the new industry standard is people want to be real. I mean, you saw the guy, where was he from? Wyoming or whatever, high country guy that totally played up the high fence bull. I mean, people are on it. Social media, you can't hide stuff no more. They want the real deal. So I think we're going to try to start doing more, who we are as High Point Outfitters, who the guides are, no hiding anything. Do you even want to talk about the Wyoming? Dude, that guy got beat up, bro. Like, I feel bad for him, dude. Like, seriously, he has a family, like, right?
Well, that's the thing is,
Did you read about all that stuff?
Oh, dude, I was right there. I was at ATA sitting in the room with people who know the guy or know of our, right there from Utah and stuff and Wyoming. And yeah, dude. What do you, first of all, that's really deceptive. Okay, let's just get that out there, right? That's an eagerness to deceive people.
Right, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. To do what he did, and then to be so cocky about it and stuff. I mean, it's
like making shirts, like
get crap done or go home.
Get crap done or get off the mountain or whatever, right? Have you even looked at this? Kevin's not a social media guy.
Oh,
okay, that's the difference. Flat bill, curve bill. Okay, that's social media. We're teaching him how to text still. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No doubt.
He's got it down.
But what do you think about that, John? Like, the guy does this. I get what he did was wrong, right? And but at the same time, it's not like he's out killing babies, and the hate, man, is just bad.
Bad.
Like
bad. So, like, do you feel bad for him at all? Like, you got to feel bad for him.
I feel bad that people are.
He has a family, okay? He has a family, right? I don't know if he has a wife.
So does Lance Armstrong, and he lied to the world. Right?
Right. That's
and yet I just like everybody, John. So I have a soft spot. So yeah, I don't judge him that harshly. We all make mistakes. I'm the last one that wants to judge him. I think that this is really good, though. If people can come away from this in two ways, right? They can look at this and go, man, I was a jackass, and what I did totally stupid and selfish and wrong, and then go, you know what? That's not the guy I want to be. I want to be a different guy.
I guarantee 90% of the hunting community that read that story took stuff away from it about, hey, you know what? I got stuff in my own closet, whether I did this and I tried to do this or, whatever the case may be. There's every single person had something inside of them where they're like, you know what? That's an eye opener for everybody.
Yeah.
But
what he did was on a colossal scale. Like, it was big.
Quite a bit.
I mean,
quite a bit.
A 400-inch bull or whatever, and then to pack it up, haul it somewhere else, and then take the photographs and the video and all that as well. That's intense, man. That's deception at a high level. But again, what was he getting out of it? Let me ask you, like, when you kill a 400-inch bull and you market this whole thing and you've got 80,000 followers on Instagram, what's the payoff?
Okay,
money?
So
Was it
how
money?
many bulls? Let me ask Kevin. How many bulls get killed in Arizona a year that hit 400 inches? 400, like a legit 400-inch plus. 5 bulls?
Half dozen, yeah.
Half a dozen. Okay, half a dozen bulls. Okay, Arizona is what, probably the biggest producing.
One of the top ones. Utah's was good, but it's down. But yeah.
Okay, so
for 400 plus bulls.
Okay, there is how many tags issued in Arizona on elk?
Oh boy, I don't know, a pile.
5,000.
Yeah,
just say I don't know, 5,000 bulls. Okay, 5 or 6 get killed, over that mark, that magic mark. Okay, so this guy is trying to claim that he killed one of these bulls in Wyoming on a general rifle hunt. It does happen. Okay, I'm not saying it doesn't happen,
right.
But whenever you're in the industry, there is people that are DIY that go out there and get it done. There's no doubt about it. I mean, look at Dylan Hatch. I mean, he went out there, smoked a 400-inch bull with a bow that,
but it doesn't, but
but it doesn't happen. It happens, but it doesn't happen. But then whenever you get that good of footage and, all that stuff behind killing a 400-inch bull, that's when it kind of gets sketchy. And then to be cocky about it afterwards.
Oh, dude, he was selling it.
Doing it.
He was selling it, dude. He was going for the whole, he was capitalizing on the entire thing. The thing is, though, is once you lie once like that, then you got to try to shoot another one, right? Like, what are you building your reputation on? The ability to kill 400-inch elk? And then you got to lie on top of that lie and lie on top of that lie and lie on top of that lie.
The people I look up to are people that get an over-the-counter tag, that you can buy over the counter or that are really low draws and consistently put down an animal. It doesn't have to be a 200-inch buck. It could be a 160 buck, a 4-point. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they consistently, year after year. I look up to that person. You know what I mean? Yeah. It doesn't have, SCORE has taken this industry
that's what I was
way out of what it needs to be.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at was there's something out there. There's this drive, this pressure to do something that dishonest because there is a payoff. There's
absolutely
so much attention paid to someone who shoots an animal that big in the industry. And I think that's kind of like with the Gritty Bowman, we try really hard to get away from the whole size of the animal thing because I think it's inches and measuring and all that kind of stuff, it has a really negative impact on hunting, not only in the eyes of, not only within hunters and how they fight and argue. That's not a 400-inch bull. That's 380 if I ever saw it. And they start arguing
off of a picture, they can score it that good.
Right.
It's like
we get it all. We used to get it all the time when we would post scores on our animals, and it's like, so we don't post scores on our animals anymore when we throw it out on very, very rarely do
Until
you see a score. It's just over. Yeah, until it's official, and then we'll announce official scores. But it's just, there's just way too much drama. You know, this whole deception thing really kind of started with Kirk Darner. I don't know if you know Kirk Darner, that did books on how to kill monster mule deer. This was 20 years ago. He was my childhood. You know, just he was the man. Well, come to find out, he was buying old bucks that had been killed in the 60s and claiming that he killed them that year in Colorado and that kind of stuff. And he wrote a whole book about it. And it's just, you know, it turns the whole industry sour when, you know, when that happens. And it's unfortunate. I mean, we've been blessed to, you know, have fun hunters to be around, great guides to be around, and genuine people, you know, really genuine people that we just enjoy being around, because there's, you know, that's the dark side of the industry that is unfortunate. And luckily we don't have to mess around with it much.
Yeah. I honestly think that there's just too much hate going on though. Like people treated him like
the industry as a whole.
Oh yeah.
In the industry as a whole. Right.
Just on the internet and social media, dude. It's like you can be a warrior behind the keyboard and really say some mean things to people.
Yeah.
Without any consequence, really. And so,
but
again, I just think some people have judged pretty harsh. Like you said, he's got a kid, and he's got a wife and kids and a family, and I do think that when these things happen, like I said, there's two ways you can go. You can either become a better person because of it, or you get worse. And it's,
or you jump on the bandwagon.
And it just depends on how much pride you have, really. You know, if you can't humble yourself and you can't go, you know what, that was a huge mistake. I was stupid, and really look into who you are and why you did what you did, and really change yourself. If you can do that, you know, you got the world ahead of you. But if you're caught up in pride and you're like, you know, I just shouldn't have got caught, and it wasn't my, you know, I was a victim of this or victim of that. You know, these circumstances pushed me, made me do it. I wasn't really accountable. I shouldn't have, you know, I got screwed. This guy shouldn't have told on me. If he hadn't, it would have been fine. You know, if you're that guy, you're going to have a hard life. So
yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
And some people, they just can't get past all that pride. They just can't shake it. It's just, it consumes them, and they can't function. So
yeah,
I hope he gets it right. Learns from this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys kill 400-inch bulls though, right? Don't you? Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
it's tough. Okay. Yes. Okay. Most of the 400-inch bulls that come out of Arizona are velvet. Okay. To kill a true 400-inch hardhorn bull, it is hard. Okay. It's easy to kill a 400-inch bull in velvet.
Easier
to kill a 400-inch bull in velvet because they're grouped up. You got groups of 20 bulls walking around, you know, in the wide open plains. You know, they're all congregated around water holes. It's easy to find a 400-inch bull in velvet. It's easy to find a 400-inch bull in velvet. To find a 400-inch bull hardhorn is hard.
Do many guys like to hunt them in the velvet? Seems like, you know,
all of our statewide tags usually most of the time get killed in velvet. We have 3 statewide tags that go on every year. One gets raffled off to just a random person, which we've guided that hunter 2 years in a row now. And then 2 get auctioned off, one at the Arizona Elk Society and one at the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. So most of the time they get killed in velvet. So this year we killed in hard-horned. He wanted a hard-horned bull and not a velvet bull. It would have been a cakewalk for us to kill a velvet 400-inch bull this year. We killed a 390 hard-horned bull.
That was Steve Holton. Steve Holton, fantastic. We had a fun hunt with him.
Yeah, and last year we killed a velvet bull last year. So
how competitive is it to as a guide to get one of these statewide tags? Like, is there a prestigious thing attached to that, or does it help business, or I'm really coming at it from absolutely no idea.
So there's money in it,
John,
okay?
Let me into the world of outfitting.
Yeah. So there is money in it, okay? Obviously, it helps float the business, if you will, to get these statewide tags, okay? These guys that are coming in that are buying auction tags, a lot of people look at them as cheaters. They actually help our industry probably the best. I mean, these guys are throwing money that turns back and goes right back into, the Arizona dirt, whether it's putting in trick tanks or filling water whenever we're in a drought, or building crosses for animals to cross better. I mean, it's unreal.
The two auction tags last year probably brought in $500,000, and the raffle tag probably brought another couple $100,000. I mean, that's kind of historically kind of how it's run. So I mean, there's big money there, and of course, if somebody's going to pay $250,000, $300,000 for a tag, they want to be able to make sure that they kill the best bull available and what have you, and so they contact various outfitting businesses like ourselves to help them find bulls, help them locate bulls. So. We love the raffle tag holders. I mean, the raffle tag guys are a little different than the auction tag guys. The raffle tag guys are not guys with a bunch of money. They are looking for more of an experience to to hunt. The auction tag guys, they want the upper end bulls, and we've one of these days we'll maybe kill an auction tag bull, but we came close this year.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting to see it play out. There was a bull shot this year in Arizona, and the hate on Facebook that I read was really sad because people are just jealous, man. Look,
yeah, absolutely. And that's Philip Barrett, right? That shot the bull.
Yeah.
Okay, and he actually hired us and another outfit to go to work for him. And I mean, it was good competition. I mean, they're good friends of ours. They're good people. It was just good competition. And we were actually picking Philip up at the airport on Wednesday to come shoot a bull with us. And the bull that they found beat our bull by 5 inches. I mean, it was that close. I mean, they had found a bull Monday, and he was already scheduled with us to pick him up at the airport on Wednesday to shoot a bull. So it was close. I mean, when I say they barely beat us, I'm talking 2 days and 5 inches barely beat us. So it was close.
The thing is the hate that comes out there is really just jealousy. And I look at it like this. I'm not willing to spend $500,000 or $300,000 on an elk tag, and I'm not willing to donate that, in essence, to Fish and Wildlife for elk. Maybe if I was more wealthy and that was like, a $100 check, then yeah, I could handle that. But no, I mean, that's a lot of money. And so to pick 3 elk out of the entire population and have them turn into $1 million worth of income for what? It's genius. I mean, we all benefit. Everyone benefits.
Absolutely.
So you got to look at these people that are multimillionaires, right? They are looking for ways to donate money, okay? Because these tags that they're auctioning off is 100% a donation. Okay, so they could either give it to the Salvation Army or they could get themselves an elk tag, right? That's what it comes down to. They could give it to Uncle Sam or they could get an elk hunt, you know?
Yeah. There's and the thing is if we look at it holistically as hunters, I look at it like I really want the elk herds to thrive. I want the deer herds to thrive. I want wildlife to thrive. So more money helps that. And if there are some individuals that have a lot of money that are willing to trade just a couple of choice animals in the entire state to put back into wildlife like that, I think it's brilliant, because where else are we going to come up with that $1 million?
That's right. Yeah. Thank heavens we have it, and we have the quality of the game that can, get that tag or spend that much money on the tag. Arizona's a little unique. You can hunt the whole state and you can hunt all year. And so 365 days, year round.
Yeah.
Statewide, except for reservations, and that's unique. There's not, nobody else is doing that, and so it's highly coveted tag. Of course, the best bulls are coming out of Arizona right now, and so it's a highly coveted tag. But it helps everybody.
Yeah, it does, and I look at it too. Like, not everybody hunts for the same reasons. So,
right.
Like there are times when I just want to go out and get some meat. And the least amount of time I can spend in the field, the better. I just want to drive out, shoot something, put it in my truck, and go home. Be done.
Sure.
Then there's other times where I'm hunting for the experience. And so a guy comes along and he's like, look, I just want a giant, beautiful elk for my home. I'm gonna drop $350,000 on that. I can't. I don't blame him. I'm like, great, do it. It's not the same. It's not the experience that I want, but it's not something I would that I look down on, So I think as hunters we gotta pull out that, we gotta drop all this jealousy, you know what I mean? Like, let it go.
Oh, yeah. The haters, the haters are always going to find something that they can hate on, and that's unfortunate. Us as hunters or sportsmen, I mean, we have got to stick together on hunting topics. We've got to stick together. I mean, we're kind of splitting everything up, and you just can't do it.
And that brings me back to this whole question that I'm going to keep pushing. What is, like, I'm going to ask you guys, if you get all weird on me, that's okay. But like, when you guys compete with other guides, I mean, are you guys like friendly, or does it get mean? I mean, how does that whole thing work? Because Arizona is not exactly a giant.
There's certainly there's plenty of guides. There's plenty of guides, and but John and I are pretty casual about it. I mean, we want to have a good experience. We want our hunters to have good experiences. We do not have hunter conflict or guide conflict in the field. We've kind of stopped guiding, quite frankly, in some top end units because of the conflict. I mean, Unit 9's got to be the worst. 20 cameras on every water hole, and people. I mean, the hunter conflict, that's no fun. Yeah. We can kill as good a bulls or better bulls in other units and not have the hunter conflict. So we just try to avoid the conflict. Most of our good competition we know. Most of them, we know personally. We see them, on the street, in the supermarket, at church, whatever. We see them. So we say, hey, you guys killed an awesome bull, and we talk about it and have a good time about it. And but when it's just like having competition with, amongst a gritty bowman, who you guys both, you want to kill the best bull there, right? And Brian, I mean, you'd be lying to yourself if you want to fling the arrow and not bend, right? I mean, that's just a part of it. But you're, a team, and
I don't know. I'm really like, I'm different. I'm Christ-like, and that honestly never crosses. Yeah. I'm not competitive. Actually, it's funny. Like, no, there are people I want to. I get to competing with, and I want to beat them. But it's good, clean fun. Like, for example,
right.
As I'm growing the Gritty Bowman brand, and I'm getting to meet people and grow it. Well, I find that there are certain things I'm not too good at, and one of them is social media. It's not exactly. It's something I'm growing into, right?
Curve bill, flat bill, right? It's cool.
I'm getting it figured out. I've got some good mentors, but like Jason Phelps is a good friend of mine with Phelps game calls.
Yeah.
And he's got a big Instagram following. He knocks it out of the park. He's great on Instagram and social media. And I want to beat him. I want more. I want to beat him.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and so it's competitive. And I'm going to start trash talking as my numbers go up. I mean, it's just part of, competing with Jason. There's an art to social media that I evidently am not good at. You know, I was looking at when I met Eva Shockey this weekend. She's got like something like 1 million people on Facebook following her. I look at that and I'm like, there's other women on hunting TV, but the girl is just amazing on social media. She makes you feel like you're her best friend if you follow her on social media. I mean, she just connects with people. It makes you smile. And I think that's where, like we were talking earlier about how important it is for people to realize that you're a real person and really get to know you. At the same time, that's scary because
it's scary to let your guard down, right?
You're putting yourself out there. What if that just gives?
It's like the very first date with a girl. It's like, do I let her come meet my mom or do I not? You know, it's like
you're giving people more ammunition to dislike you. If they think that you're cocky, and every time you get out in the open, you act cocky because it's kind of how you are. That just bugs them, right? The more they get to know you, the more they don't like you. Right, and that's just one thing, you know. I think it's this whole thing with competition, though, is really good. It's great to have competition between industries, between the people in the same business, because it just forces you to be better. You know, it makes you grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We love the competition. We talk about it all the time. You know, we've got to do this. We've got to do that. It just makes us better, and that's good. You know, and that's in every sport. You know, and that's the way I see the outdoors and hunting. It's a sport, and as long as you don't take it to the extent that you do things illegal, you take advantage of whatever you can. You know, you walk over everybody else that's in the area. You know, whatever. I mean, within reason, we do what we can do to help our clients harvest the best animals we can harvest, and without trash talking anybody else or walking over everybody else.
That is hands down our number one rule. Every single guide knows it. You do not talk trash on social media. You don't say one hurtful thing. You don't dislike one thing. You don't do anything. If you got a problem with somebody, you go confront them face to face and you deal with it. You know what I mean? It's not a behind the keyboard thing. It makes you look like a tool. I mean, people who sit there and pound the keyboard, you're not doing anything but making yourself look like a loser. I mean, that's it. Yeah. You're not the people that are successful out there, the people that work hard, you're not bringing them down. One person pounding the keyboard isn't going to hurt their feelings.
Well, it hurts my feelings, but I'm sensitive. So, but I know what you mean. I was going to say, like, just to touch on this, like Anthony and I, as this Gritty Bowman thing has grown, we've had this discussion where you guys just went hunting with him in Colorado, and Anthony didn't post any of his pictures of his hunt on social media, and I'm like, Anthony, go post your pictures of your hunts, and he's like, oh well, and he doesn't do it, right? And there's part of him who likes his privacy, likes his life to be his own, likes that hunt to be pure, to be his own hunt, not for other people to see. He likes when he goes with his kids. That's between him and his kids. You know, that's special time, and in some ways it makes him feel like he's cheapening the experience if he shares it or posts it. And so it's, and I understand that whole privacy thing and keep it. The cat's out of the bag though with me. I mean, if I do Gritty Bowman, it's just sort of privacy's out the window. People just, they hear me talk for an hour once a week, twice a week. You can't really hide who you are or what you think, right? It just comes out and people get to know you. And so for me, though, what I found is I really enjoy sharing this stuff. I enjoy connecting with people I've never met before and seeing what they've got. And I'm trying to tell Anthony, people want to connect with you. You're a cool dude. You have awesome experiences. You have great animals that you've harvested. You're a wealth of knowledge when it comes to hunting. People want to connect with you. It's not like you're out there just tooting your own horn. You're out there sharing yourself. And so it depends on how you look at it. That's where, like with you guys, I've hunted with you. I've been in camp with you. And when I'm watching your hunting films, I just don't get to see that part of it. I get to see the hunt and I get to see the shot but I don't get to see the part of it that I really love, which is just the camp time, the hanging out.
So some of our, some of the differences, you do a 30-minute film. We try to do 7 to 10-minute, videos because that's kind of what we felt like that's a little shorter to be able to put it on YouTube. And we're kind of rethinking that a little bit. And of course, we don't hardly put anything out on YouTube unless we get a kill shot. So we could hunt 4 or 5 hunts and never collect enough, not collect the kill shot, and so not put it on video. But we're kind of rethinking that, and I think we're kind of thinking the same way. We have a fun team. We have great clients, fun clients. We capture that stuff a lot on the video. We have caught ourselves, not running the camera as often as we should because it's just, how it is, man. It's a pain in the neck to run that video camera all the time. And, we try to get kill shots and we try to do a little pre-hunt, but we've got to do more B-roll footage, and put in. And we got to, the Gritty Bowmen are just, here's Mark out there eating his Snickers and doing his diet Dr. Pepper. We have the same funny stuff, and we just got to be better at running our cameras.
Well, I tell people all the time, including my own friends in camp with me, if the camera's not on, you can't record. Like turn it on. If it's in your pack, you won't use it. I purposely force myself to use it by like making it something I have to carry in my hand. Right? It's right there. It's right there for use. And then I never know what I'm going to capture. I went out with my daughter on a scouting trip, and Mark and Michaela, my niece, and they sat down and made this little campfire. And Mark and my niece and my daughter are sitting around the fire, and the Scotsman is out there just telling stories and stuff. And I just propped the GoPro, stabbed it in the ground with my trekking pole. It's mounted on there, and I just filmed the 3 of them. It's not the greatest footage, but it was like 2 hours of Comedy Central. I mean, those girls are making fun of Mark's age and how he can't see, and he's making jokes and with his Scottish accent, and it's just the girls, they love to go back and listen to that over and over and over again, and we wouldn't have that if I just didn't run the camera, and you just turn it on. Just turn it on. I also, like this week, I went to the gym. I met Cameron Haynes, which was cool. He was a pretty cool dude. And then I just ran the camera. We had breakfast together, and I ran the camera the whole time, just running, recording the conversation and hanging out. And it was cool. Now, only some of that will see the light of day. But, it's like you just turn it on, and you can end up with a lot of footage that you never use. You might run the camera for an hour, but if you get 1 minute of just great stuff or 2 minutes, it was worth it, dude. It was worth it to me, just for those 2 minutes. So it just is a mindset change. And but capturing those moments, those are priceless. Those are what your kids and your friends and stuff, That's what they're gonna love to see. And our problem is our heart fails us when it comes to actually getting the shot on film in the heat of the moment. If it means getting the shot, killing the animal, or getting it on film, the animal going down seems to take precedence. So we're working on that because that's kind of a key part of the whole story.
See, I run the camera all the time. This guy had an opportunity to film our 220-inch buck that we killed on the Kaibab. I'm back a half mile taking video, and he's right on top of it, and he wouldn't pull his camera out. He just kill him. So we get that.
Get it on the ground, dude.
Get it on the ground, and we'll take video after. I was like, no. I was begging him to turn the video on.
Not happening.
Not happening. He's gonna get
and
shot.
Shane was with us too, and he was like, "You tell John to keep that video camera in his pack and put that deer on the dirt."
Yeah,
and
Shane Woodruff, one of our guys that was with me on the hill, he's like,
deer,
don't even think about pulling the camera out.
That is a stud deer. That deer
That's
is
okay. And Chris Barreras, we're working on him to roll video. Okay, Trinity rolls video. Ben Sandal flip flops. We call him it's flip flops because his last name is Sandal, right? So flip flops rolls video good. There's Lester.
Does he even have a camera?
I don't think
Lester doesn't have a camera.
I don't think he has a camera.
He's old school. Yeah.
So Matt Wilson, I mean, he talks a big game like he knows how to run a DSLR, you know, but
he loves
running
Facebook.
a DSLR, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to run it in manual focus. You can't do that in the hunting industry. You got to roll that thing on manual, you know, or on autofocus. On autofocus. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's too hard. So we're still waiting for Matt to put out a stellar footage of a hunt. So,
we did get some good footage on that Kaibab deer hunt that we'll throw up a video on. And
see,
we had our best Kaibab hunt ever.
If all you had was the GoPro running,
right,
during that whole argument about putting the camera, getting it out, not getting it out, put it on the ground, I would watch it over and over.
Dude.
Yeah. So get what you can, get that stuff's easy, man. Just have a GoPro on a stick,
But I'm not joking. We got towers of 2 terabyte stacked up of video. And like you said, it's too hard for me to put myself out there that much. Like even this right here, right? This is the most I've probably ever done, right? So this is too much for me.
I have that effect on people, John.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
No,
so
that's really
we're
cool.
trying to get there. We're trying. I mean, it's hard to get there, but I think this year we're going to try to be more personal, with ourselves and actually show people who High Point Outfitters is, not the, what did we call it? The cheese and grin. Put an animal behind in the dirt.
The grip and grin. Grip and grin shot.
Yeah. Put an animal in the dirt behind the animal, take a picture, post that, and that's all you see of the hunt, Yeah. And of the video, you maybe see 5 minutes of bulls running around, and you see the shot, and that's all you see, So we're going to try to start doing
I think you
more.
have an opportunity too to share more about why you hunt and why it's why it matters, right? And affect that non-hunting community as well. Inspire them to get out and do it. Because when they see that part of it, we get excited. Us hunters get excited. It's like horn porn, right? We're like, yeah, that's cool. This big bull goes down. But there's so much more to it that others don't understand or relate to, that emotions and feelings that we all experience. So I looked at it this way when I started doing it. I was like, okay, well, I got what do I want my kids to watch years down the road? If I were to leave them a video, what do I want it to be of? And then who cares what other people like or what they want? And I started trying to make the films like that. And what do I want my buddies to see? And my best friends, my buddies, and my kids and my wife, the sort of film they want to see is really clear in my head, right? That's not hard for me to figure out. And if other people like it, that's just bonus. And so far, that seems to have worked great.
Interesting.
Yeah. I got my wife's hunt from last year, right? And I haven't put it out because I'm kind of like, do you put it out, right? I mean, she is yelling at me, dude. Like, I mean, she misses a shot and I'm like, knock another arrow, shoot again, and she is like, I hear you. I understand.
He's ruthless, man. He is
I am
absolutely
bad,
ruthless.
I'm bad.
This year on the early
with my
rifle
clients,
bull hunt,
dude. With my clients, I am easy going, peasy.
I told John, you're gonna get a divorce after this hunt, dude. You gotta relax.
That's how Anthony.
It was horrible, and I'm getting video of him yelling at his wife about missing a shot. I was like, oh, John.
Dude, we're walking back open morning from this year she had a rifle tag. Kevin's like, hey, are you guys coming? I can hear you. We're like 3/4 of a mile away, right? And she just missed our number 3 bull or number 2 bull or whatever. Yeah. And Kevin's like, I can hear you. And I think my dad was there too, right? Yeah. And they're like, we can hear you. And we are 3/4 of a mile. And she is giving it to me like, you need to be this way. You need to be more calm. Dude, in the heat of the moment with my wife, it is like, shoot.
We've got to explain, and John's got to put together a video about this.
And I don't know if I want to put it out because that puts too much of who I am.
He's got to because last year Becca had archery elk hunt.
Don't roast her that bad. Don't roast her.
How many? Missed some shots. Like you said it. I didn't. Okay, so
you were gonna say
no,
it.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't. So she missed a bunch of shots. So she left her tag, ate her tag, right? Hunted the whole 2 weeks.
Her best friend ate her tag too. So both of them ate their tags, right? They were talking a big game about how, they were making sure they looked good before the hunt, like putting their makeup on, like for the picture, right?
It was awesome.
For the picture of the bull, right? Because they see, me and Josh the year before, her husband is my best friend, Josh, right? So we had the same tag. We put down 2 bulls on video. We won awards. You've seen it, So it was great, right? So they see that and they're just like they're counting their eggs for their hats. Yeah, they're putting their makeup on. They're like, this is going down, right? There was tears shed. They went the full 14 days, morning and night, all day long of the hunt.
They were troopers.
We had to go back into town, get more arrows and broadheads. They never. Dude, it was. So I'm roasting them bad right now. So
some people, are like, you shouldn't be shooting if you can't hit what you're aiming at. And 14 shots
dude,
is a lot.
In camp, lights out, dude.
That's what I was gonna say. Is people make that judgment, but when you're dealing with someone who's never killed an animal before,
and you put a 400-inch bull screaming in their face at 20 yards, dude.
You think you could hit him.
You think you could hit it, and it's like, were you even looking to your peep sight? Like, talk to me through this.
That's where experience, is. You have to get the experience somehow, and the only way to get it is to hunt, right? To go through it. It's like you can simulate it with other things, but it's funny. I've been talking to some people recently that are like, I can go and do this activity that I find far more intimidating. Like.
A 3D shoot with a bunch of people around,
hundreds of people there, and they'll be like, that does not equal the same thing as an elk, or these football players like talking about the biggest sports moments there is, but yet it's that moment when an elk comes in that just it's intense. Like I was talking to some military guys that are like, I've been scared when I'm going out in the line of fire. But yet that elk coming in, they lost their cool more from that. There's just and the only way to get it is experience. So flinging that many arrows,
it's hard to explain, huh? It's hard to simulate. It's hard to simulate it. It's hard to get, and that's what's fun about hunting. That's why we hunt.
That's the challenge, though, because if you put a video out and you let her miss a bunch of shots and you film it, hunters will try to eat you alive, right? You'll be judged. Absolutely. You'll have everybody in the ethics police coming down on you and so forth. But I think that's where there's a challenge. It needs to be talked about. It's part of. She practiced hard.
If people haven't gone out with their wife hunting for the very first time,
part of the problem was it's you. It sounds like
75% easy. And
she had a better coach, like
This year, both of them drew again with 0 points.
Early bull rifle tag. Early rifle tag.
And they redeemed themselves. Both of them shot great bulls. So they want the video out, right? And they're telling me to put it out as is. Like, they're like, put it out to show people how hard it is to the redemption. And I'm just like, okay, all right, I'll do it.
I think that's where you it's all about the story. Tell that story. Tell the whole thing, Do it.
The kids running around in camp. How bad was our camp?
We must have had 25 people in camp and kids everywhere.
We had babysitters, dude.
You need to see the picture in the back of my truck.
I think that non-hunters need to know that you're real people, right? And it's important that you explain to hunters who have never been in front of an elk like that what it's like. And I mean, there's a lot to tell and a lot you can influence with using that experience and that footage. So it's challenging though, dude. It takes time to make a film. It takes a lot of time to make a film.
And what's challenging is to cut it down into 10 minutes. I mean, we've got hours and hours and hours on those 2 hunts. What 10 minutes do you show? And maybe we're just too tied up in the YouTube world of 10 minutes. I know you're doing 30-minute films. What are your thoughts?
I honestly am like, I don't care. To me, I don't think of a time limit. I just think of I just tell the story. And however much time it took to tell the story is however much time it took to tell the story. If it's done in 7 minutes, great. If I can tell the story in 10, great. If it takes 20, I'll use 20. It's just however long it takes. I don't try to make it one length or another because I'm not making it for TV. I'm not really specifically making it for YouTube. I'm not making it to fit a certain time crunch or anything or time requirement. I'm just telling a story, and whatever it ends up being, it ends up being. And you guys can do the same because High Point Outfitters has their own YouTube channel. It's whatever you want. And driving views and traffic and stuff, I honestly feel like whether it's 2 minutes or whether it's 7 minutes or 20 minutes, it doesn't matter. If it's good, people will tune in. They'll watch it. It's funny, Ben, cousin Ben, he was sitting there the other day and he's like, my wife will look at something and she's like, if it's more than 2 minutes, she won't even hit play.
Right.
There are people like that, but there are people she will hit play to see if she might like it. Hit play, and then if it's good, she'll watch the whole 20 minutes. And so that's the person I'm going for. It's like, just John, don't make the movie suck, and they will watch the whole thing.
Absolutely. Well, watching my wife yell at me is pretty fun, dude.
Yeah, it's a riot. I mean, it's a riot. I ran the camera behind John and Becca during the rifle hunt, most of the rifle hunt this year, and I just shake my head. John,
we finally had Blake.
Yeah.
His son, Blake. We were like, all right, Blake, you're gonna set Becca up on the
calm,
rifle.
Cool, collective. He's just cool cat.
Not a care in the world.
John or Blake, you're with Becca, helping her get shooting. I run the camera. John will hang out, look at decide which bull to kill. Yeah.
Clients,
Yeah.
cool as cucumbers.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
My wife, it's like you can be more real. Like I don't have the tag in my pocket. You need to keep up with me. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like,
That's brutal.
Like Anthony and his dad. There were times where it was better when Ben and I just did the upfront shooting.
I noticed
Anthony
that.
would hang back and call while we would help his dad because Anthony just put so much pressure on him.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That's John.
dude, it was hands down the coolest hunt I've ever done. It might not look good on video, but it was the coolest hunt. I mean, I had my family there, my pops, my mom. I had all the kids there. Kevin was there. Blake was there.
We had fun time.
We had some other friends there. It was a riot.
Yeah.
We had fun.
That's the way to do it. Well, you know, tell me about elk season this year. You guys had a phenomenal year last year. What do you think is going to happen this year? And what do guys that want to get, you know, into Arizona to hunt, what are your recommendations?
Okay, draw strategy for Arizona is key this year. It's real important. We should have we've got snow on the ground, like I said. We've got good moisture last year. The bulls came in to the winter in excellent shape. We should have great antler growth this year. So we're looking for another good year this year. Maybe even a little better than last year. We'll see. To draw,
you gotta call
Arizona
us individually
Yeah.
with your if you're coming in new, or whether you come in with 5 points or you're coming in with 18 points. Every single person is different, whether they're coming in archery, they're coming in rifle, or they're coming in to meat hunt, or they're coming into trophy hunt. You know, if they're coming in with groups, every single person that we've taken more emails, more phone calls than we ever have this year.
It's
trying
been
to
off
get
the
people
charts.
put in.
Off the charts.
And we enjoy it. We don't charge any money for that. Call us anytime. That's what we're here for. We love getting people tags.
Our website, highpointoutfitters.net. Jump on the website. You can shoot an email there, or you can find my email on the website and send it. But send an email is probably the best and easiest way, most reliable way to hook up on us. I usually don't let those emails go more than 24 hours before I respond back. But Arizona Game and Fish made some changes to the draw. Okay, short. Arizona draw 20% of the total tags go in a bonus pass, or really it's a preference draw. So 20% of the tags go to the people with all the bonus points. Okay, 80% of the tags then go in a random draw. Okay, there's a caveat with non-residents. There's a 10% cap that on every unit, no more than 10% of the tags can go to a non-resident. So this year, what they did in the high quality hunts, that whole 10% in the non-resident cap was going in the bonus pass. So if you didn't have max or close to max or a large number of points as a non-resident, there was no way for you to get a random tag, or no way to get a good quality tag in Arizona. This year they changed it to where only half of the 10% cap is going to go in the bonus pass. The other half is going to go in the random draw. So everybody has a chance, including non-residents, to get the best tags in the state. So as a first choice, they really ought to decide, what's my, home run hunt? What's the best hunt that I'd like to go on, whether that's a quality archery hunt, early rifle bull hunt, whatever it is. Everybody's different. Whatever they want to hunt, whether it's rifle or archery, ought to put in for their, number one choice as a home run hunt. And then the second choice, find a hunt that you'd be comfortable with. Find a archery hunt, late rifle bull hunt, whatever. Find a hunt that works for you and put in for it, and you can draw that tag in the random draw. But so they've made some changes, which is really good. People got hosed a little bit with a lot of bonus points.
A lot of bit. They got hosed a lot of bit.
But the bottom line is, what it helps is, it helps first-time hunters coming in. It helps young hunters that have never hunted Arizona before, first-time people that are just getting into the sport. It really improves the opportunity for those that are just coming into the sport. The people that have been, playing the Arizona game for a while, they got hosed. There's no other way around it. But they'll still be able to get, random tags with their points. I think it'll be interesting to see over the next 2 or 3 years what happens.
Yeah.
But I think they'll be okay. People with max or close to max got hosed.
It's unfortunate that is, because they've been putting in for a long time, putting the money in too.
It's like 20 years putting in, all of a sudden just doubled their length until they get a tag.
The hard thing with that, though, is like Corey Jacobson and I had this discussion a while, just a few episodes back, where he was describing Idaho's draw system. And it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. And when you start dealing with preference points and bonus points, it just gets ugly. and over time,
It's a crash waiting to happen. It's a crash waiting to happen. Crash waiting to happen.
It is.
Yeah.
You get point creep, and pretty soon, you're never going to draw it. There's a 100% chance you will not draw in your lifetime. And once that happens, people just quit.
A lot of units in Colorado are that way. The people that are holding on to their points will never get into that preference draw. So the nice thing about Arizona, only 20% of the tag going to preference draw, 80% in a random draw. That's for residents. But now for non-residents, even there are random tags for non-residents.
5 of the 10.
Yeah, and I'm not sure they, you second guess and whatever, but there's really a handful of units, and there's a handful of units on the deer side and a handful of units on the elk side that had serious problems. Maybe they should have only changed those units and left the rest of the draw as is, but they didn't. They decided to sweep it and make it all the same. And so hey, there's no guarantees, right? I mean the rules are what they are, and you play with the rules as they are, and roll with it. And I used to be able to put my kids in when they were 1 year old. And so by the time they were 10, they had 10 points. They got it on a tag. Well, they changed that. Well, why did you mess that up? Well, it changes all the time. There's no guarantees. It would just roll with what the system is, and what you don't have control over, don't worry about it. Just get a tag and apply. And now, bottom line is, non-residents have a chance to get random tags. Residents have a better opportunity because now they're getting 75% of the bonus point pool. Only 25% of the bonus point pool is going to non-residents. So residents have been, significantly improved with 75% of the bonus point pool going to residents. So hey, those are the rules we're in. Let's play.
So, for a guy that just is like, I'm not playing that, that just wants to go on a nice elk hunt, just shoot a 5-point, a 6-point bull. What do you recommend?
You can kill a 320. You can kill a 320 bull on any archery hunt in Arizona. Have a fantastic rut hunt. Just for example, Unit 6A. It's got 700 tags. We had a guy, had his funnest hunt that he's ever been on last year. Killed a 320 type bull, 330 type bull. Is a nice bull.
I'd give it 315.
Yeah, I mean
317 and a half.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, he had his best hunt he's ever had in his life. Well, John and I are spoiled a little bit. We've grown up here in Arizona. We live in Arizona. We live amongst the elk. We're looking at these upper end bulls. We want to guide and hunt the upper end bulls. But you know what? We're spoiled. Just like you came and hunted 7 East with us a couple of years ago. You had a great hunt. You can have that type of hunt all throughout Arizona, and you can draw those tags with 4 or 5 points. Get to Arizona and hunt. You can. The thing about Arizona is, if you put in every year, you can collect a loyalty point. You can also collect a hunter education point that never leaves you. Okay, so you'll keep those 2 points. So in 3 years, you're at 5. Okay, so every 3 or 4 years, even as a non-resident, you can draw these archery hunts all around. 6A, 5B, everywhere.
Don't tell everybody that, man.
Yeah, there you go.
We guide late rifle elk hunters all the time that are just coming to shoot a 6-point bull. Yeah. I mean, there's good hunts.
That was
and we killed 350 bulls on those late rifle hunts. That's
what I was going to say. I realized there's a lot of broken bulls, broken antlers and stuff by the time you get that far in the season, but there's some great bulls out there. And those tags are not that hard.
We kill 350 bulls on the late hunts that take no points, really, that people are drawing with 2 years of putting in. And I mean, just because you're looking at these premier hunts like a archery 27 tag or a archery unit 1 tag or archery 9, I mean, we could go on for days on units and the draw and all that, but call us. We'll walk you through exactly what needs to be done to get you here in Arizona.
Now, if you've got 12 or 13 points, you've been in the game a while. You're probably looking for a better hunt than what's in 6A and these other units. So hey, but if you have any concern or any question about draw strategy, give us a holler, shoot us an email. Let us help you out with the draw.
And when are the application deadlines?
February 9th. That's the second Tuesday in February. February 9th is the Arizona deadline. You can put in online for elk and antelope. Okay, our deer and sheep and others will come in June and July. You have to pay $160 for a non-resident hunting fishing license. Okay,
Non-refundable.
that's just a part of playing the game, if you will. You got to pay that $160, and then it's $15 per species to put in. You know, a lot of people are taking advantage of this $160
Tag or license?
A license, yeah, a license. Once they buy a license, you can come to Arizona and hunt over the counter. We have archery deer hunts going on right now. We have hunts in January, August, September, also in December. And those are over the counter. You just come buy a tag and go. And those are good hunts. Those are fun archery hunts. The other, archery hunt that is absolutely fantastic is the Kaibab. And as a non-resident, it takes 2 or 3 points to get that Kaibab archery deer hunt. That is a draw hunt, so that's a different tag than the over-counter tag. But to me, as a non-resident, if you're going to throw $160 at a license, put in for every species. You have a chance of getting all these tags, and it's $15 a chance. Why not? Why not?
We also have stuff for you that wants to just come down and shoot a meat hunt. There's a deprivation elk hunt that Arizona offers in certain areas where it's over-the-counter elk. You can shoot a bull or a cow. A lot of people don't know about that. It's not a slam dunk hunt, but for you DIY hunters, or even we've guided some of those hunters that want to just come and shoot a cow or a bull. Sometimes they shot a 400-inch bull off of the one down south 5 years ago. I mean, I know it's just, you can do it, but I mean, there's 6-point bulls, 4-point broken up spikes. I mean, junk hunt, and you can buy it over the counter. Yeah. So
Arizona has a lot of opportunity. It's, hey, there's a lot of people that live in Arizona now. I think Phoenix is the 4th or 5th largest metropolitan area. So there's a lot of people chasing tags. So, it's the draw system's the only way for us to go here in Arizona.
Yeah, yeah. But what's
when
cool
are you coming back?
I've got Anthony went and got the hunter education point. I've got to do that. So he's creeping up there. He has enough points. He can draw. He can get right up in there to some of the units we talked about going into. Myself,
don't say him, or everybody will apply for him. You notice he's been real quiet. Oh yeah, he's not saying anything about units.
You told him some secrets, man, and now he's holding.
He's being coy.
You don't tell people where you're going. I mean, I'll tell everybody after I'm gone.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you get your loyalty point. What is it after 3 years?
5. You got to put 5 years in a row and stay. Yeah, 5 years. 5 years of loyalty point. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you've probably been putting in for 5 years, haven't you? Without a gap.
4. I think this will be my 4th year.
Yeah. So you're getting close to getting the loyalty.
Yeah. So I'll be there soon, John.
All right. What about Colorado? Did you get your Colorado points back?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Sweet. So next year you're going?
I'm gonna try. Yeah.
I'm going. I'm guaranteed a 3rd season tag.
John
are you
bummed
gonna
out.
be there? Are you going 3rd or 4th?
I don't know. I might archery hunt.
Whoa.
I might just burn my points and archery hunt it.
Why would you? You can draw. You get your 4th season tag.
He doesn't have enough points. He doesn't have enough points.
Get a 3rd season tag and come hunt next year, and then the very next year you can get an archery tag.
Well, we'll see. I'm playing it all out. I haven't decided yet. I got a lot of options on the table right now.
He's all coy. Look at it. He wants a bunch of information, but when it's time to give it up, man,
we had a fantastic Colorado
You're a call,
tag.
dude. That's how he plays it all day long, dude.
No. I'll probably right now I'll probably hunt with Aaron Snyder. Archery. Mule.
Here we go.
But he's got that stick bow thing going on, and I don't know if I need that. That that going along with me. We're still we're he thinks we're seeing though. I mean, he's probably going to be quite lethal with it.
So are you? Hey, are you calling Snyder dead weight like you called the
Jordan?
Like you
called
Jordan?
That would be
Dead weight?
stupid. That would be stupid. No. Definitely
That's
not.
what I heard.
Definitely not. What I meant to say was that depending on Snyder's schedule,
Turn this back around.
depending on Aaron's schedule and what his goals are now that he's shooting traditional, it will have some impact on me. But I plan to go hunting. Anthony's gonna coach his kids football. They're both his boys, and so it happens right in the middle of archery season. So he's probably gonna take he's gonna rifle hunt next year. So, but I do want to go to Colorado. You guys, I got all of Ben and Anthony's footage from that hunt. It just is awesome. Cutting the film out of that. It's just a beautiful place. And
I had to send you some of my fun. We got all 4 shots, all 4 kill shots on video. And we just had a fan. I took my 2 sons and son-in-law, so I took my boys up there, and we killed 4 deer. John screwed up and forgot to put his application in.
No, I didn't. I just bought a bonus point because last year, 3rd season is equivalent to this year's 4th season.
Yeah, the dates are moving back in Colorado.
So
this
they pushed them back. Year. So this year is actually going to be last year's 4th season. Did you know that?
I'm too old.
I did not know that. So John and you and I might need to discuss this further.
You see, so I actually played him for once, and I just did a bonus point. And actually, technically, I'm getting a last year's 4th season because they're pushed the dates back.
I don't know, dude. They came home with some big old bucks this year, so it makes me wonder what's left.
We had a phenomenal hunt, but I got to admit, we killed 3 of those good bucks on the very last day. So we kind of snuck in there and killed some bucks on the left. Finally started to get good.
So when their last day was, I'll just be hunting the very next day this year.
See, that's not really Kevin's deal to wait till the last day.
Oh no, we gave him such a hard time. All of us here were like, Kevin's squeezing. He is the most trigger happy guy you'll ever meet.
I like to kill stuff, man.
We're like Kevin.
You and Aaron
see if
Snyder.
You can't go to day 2 before you kill something.
Yeah,
and he wait. We were waiting. We were just like looking at our phone like every day, like it's coming in. It's got nothing. The very last day you killed, right?
It was awesome. I spent 14 days in Colorado. It was fantastic. Trevor and Blake had both killed, and Ben had actually killed before. So on the last day, Blake killed in the morning. And then that night, 15 minutes before light, found a buck that I thought, you know what, let's do this. And it was fun.
How did it feel? Did it eat you alive not killing something?
No, it didn't this year. I don't know why, but it just didn't. I just enjoyed the hunt. I had no reason to come home. I didn't have any other hunts going on. We were going to go to the Kaibab after that.
Who are
2 weeks.
Who are you, and what have you done with my uncle?
Right.
I mean,
it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, I missed out on that one. Next time.
Yes, you did.
3rd season.
Yeah, Ben and Anthony have been reminding me of that every day since.
Yep.
So, but John, you and I, maybe.
I don't know. The Snyder guy kind of.
Yeah.
I think
yeah. We'll have to figure that one out. It's time to make those decisions, though. The days are coming. I got about a month, right, before I got to apply in Arizona.
Yep.
Colorado's. We still got some time for Colorado, so.
I don't think there's that many people going from Arizona to Colorado this season. I think they all went last season, and they're thinking they're going to draw again this year. It ain't happening.
Yeah, some of our group.
That'll really be sad.
Some of our group drew tags last year with no points. So, we'll see.
Yeah, there's always a chance. That's cool.
And you talk about people trying to get that information out of us about where we're going hunting. Colorado, we don't spill the beans on where we're going in Colorado. That's our personal tag, and that's our own hunt.
Call you about Arizona. but not about
Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado.
Yeah, yeah. Pass on Colorado. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming on the podcast. Folks can get a hold of you at, what's your website?
highpointoutfitters.net.
Okay.
And on YouTube, it's High Point Outfitters TV on YouTube.
Yep, that's easy to find. And John, you're on Instagram, pretty active. And what's your handle there? Someone wants to
AZ_Hunter.
AZ as in Arizona.
AZ_Hunter.
Okay, Arizona Hunter. Yep. AZ_Hunter. And Uncle Kevin, you're on there too, right?
Yeah, love to hunt with no vowels. So it's LVTHNT.
Got
love
it.
to hunt, no vowels.
All one word.
All one word.
All right, guys. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good luck this season and stay gritty.
Stay gritty.
Stay gritty.
Okay, gritty friends. I hope you enjoyed that podcast. If you did, please take a moment to leave us a review on iTunes, Podbean, or Stitcher. We love reading your reviews. And connect with us on social media if you're on there. Look us up on Facebook and Instagram, and take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can receive notifications when we upload new videos. We've got a sweet deal with Mountain Ops. You get 20% off on all Mountain Ops supplements, combo packs, and apparel when you type in the word gritty at checkout. If you're a hardcore elk hunter, or you want to be, go to the Elk 101 website online and check them out. Our friend Corey Jacobson is killing it with some of the best elk hunting information and entertainment on the web. If you haven't heard, we're doing a huge gear giveaway to try and grow and expand the gritty community on Facebook and Instagram. I asked a bunch of friends to pitch in on this gear giveaway, and they all came through with some awesome stuff. Our friends at Kafaru, Rockslide, First Light, Phelps Game Calls, One Shot Gear, Mountain Ops, XXX Archery, Blacktail Outdoors, and Is It September Yet are pitching in some sweet gear for the giveaway. We'll announce all the details in the next few weeks. All you have to do to be entered to win is like our Gritty Bowman Facebook page and follow us on Instagram. All right, friends, let me leave you with one other quote from Theodore Roosevelt, who said, "It behooves every man to remember that the work of the critic is of altogether secondary importance, and that, in the end, progress is accomplished by the man who does things." We all have a choice. We can be people who do things or people who criticize the work of others. It's pretty simple, really. Get out there and do your thing. Good luck on your hunts, and stay gritty.
This is Ty Stubblefield, and you're listening to the Gritty Bowman.
Gritty Bowman.